So with fluently adding within 10, I would like to offer an idea with flashcards. Now, this isn't your typical flashcard tell me the answer activity. Instead, these flashcards are going to help us understand these different benchmark strategies. So we've talked about what add 0 means, what add 1 means already. Our students know that. Add 1 is just the next number. What we want to do is we want to help them transfer that knowledge to this abstract form, which is an equation. When students see this equation, sometimes it is very abstract for them to process. Sometimes students decide, oh, I got to count. I have to count to be able to be really quick. And that's not what we want. We want them to work and engage with this. So I have an addition benchmark chart, and that's under the .cam. I've just handwritten it out here. And I would have students look at this and tell me, what benchmark strategy does this belong in and why? That's really important. This is all about justifying why, because as you'll see, some of these could fit into different categories. So obviously this one does not. 0 plus 8, we're adding nothing. 0 means nothing, so it's 8 plus 0, and I would put it there, but since I don't have room, I would just write it as I would on my chart. 8 plus 0, or 0 plus 8 equals 8. And I could write that as well if I wanted to, or maybe I would just write 0 plus 8 and I would say equals 8. Next one, 3 plus 1, I would ask, where does that belong and why? This belongs in add 1 because it is a neighbor number. I know 3 plus 1 equals 4. Here we have 1 plus 2. Again, also a neighbor number. We want our students to be successful with this. We're not trying to trick them at all. Okay, here we have 2 plus 3. We want students to say, that's a 5, because I know my partner's a 5. 0, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. 2 plus 3. 5 and 3, that's an 8, because I visually can see 5 and 3 is 8. Students may have been 5, 6, 7, 8, but we're moving them forward to being able to flash 5 and 3 and say 8 and understand that means 8. To move to this next level, 5 and 3 is 8. So that we're adding within 10. I believe on the chart there could also be one that says add with 5. So this could be add with 5, which is still within 8, 5 plus 3. 8 and 2, that's a partner of 10. We want our students to see that's a partner of 10. 8 and 2, 3 and 7. So our activities that we're doing in class are all based around each one of these individual benchmark strategies. So that way when they get to this, they see it and they recognize it. See it and recognize it. 5 and 2. That's easy. That's with a 5, 5 and 2, 7. Again, we're not trying to trick students. We want them to understand why this fits in which benchmark strategy. 0 plus 0, that's always a fun one. That would fit into a doubles category, which is the next step after this. So that's great conversation. And then we would just continue to go through that. I would make sure that my math fact cards fit into these categories I want to focus on. I don't want too many right now. I do not want to overwhelm students. Remember, the goal is to get them to recognize this belongs there. That's just one more. This is within 5. I know my groups of 5, 5 and 0, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, and so forth. I even like for this one to practice, I would have around the room, I would have the partners of 10. You can also, when you're releasing students from a small group, you can say, tell me a partner of 10. And so students are telling you partners of 10. Now, if people say the same number as the other person in front of them, that's okay. We just need them hearing this over and over again. If they say 3 and 7, someone else might say 7 and 3. That is true. Those are partners of 10. Bottom line is we want students to make some connection and also make this abstract concept of adding with an equation to make it manageable where students understand it and say, I've got it. Because as we know, we need our students understanding their math facts fluently. And we need to have them cemented. So here we are cementing them with benchmark strategies. All right, enjoy.